In the quiet town of Greenhill, a boy named Karen lived with big dreams. He was smart, full of energy, and always wanted to do great things. But there was one thing he didn't have: patience. Karen wanted to succeed, and he wanted it fast. If something didn't work right away, he would stop trying. He looked up to famous people and often wondered how they reached such high levels. He would begin new routines like exercising, reading books, or learning new skills. But after a few days, he would feel upset and quit because he didn't notice big changes. One afternoon, Karen visited his grandfather, a kind old man who had lived through many experiences. Noticing Karen's sadness, the old man gently smiled and said, "Karen, do you know the real secret of success?" Karen shook his head, curious to know more. The grandfather went on, "Let me tell you a story about being patient. There once was a man named Veer who dreamed of becoming a famous stone artist. He found a huge rock and began shaping it with his tools. For many days and nights, he worked hard, hitting and carving the stone. But even after so much effort, the statue didn't look the way he wanted. Tired and upset, he felt like quitting. One evening, an elderly sculptor walked by and saw Veer sitting next to his unfinished rock, looking downcast. The man asked, "Why do you look so discouraged?" Veer replied, "I've been working on this for months, but it still doesn't look special." The old sculptor smiled and said, "Be patient, young man. Every amazing creation takes time. Keep going, and soon you'll see the beauty hidden inside this rock." Encouraged by those kind words, Veer didn't stop. Days passed, weeks rolled by, and slowly the hard stone began turning into a beautiful figure. People from nearby villages came to see his amazing work. At last, he understood that real success isn't about speed, it's about steady, honest effort. Karen listened closely and nodded. "So, you mean being patient helps you reach success?" he asked. His grandfather gave a warm smile. "That's right. Many people give up because they don't see results right away. But those who wait and keep trying, they are the ones who truly succeed." Karen felt deeply moved by the story. "How can I learn to be more patient, Grandpa?" he asked. The old man shared some important advice. 1. Look at your progress, not perfection. Success isn't about being perfect. It's about growing bit by bit. If you get just 1% better every day over time, that adds up to something big. Karen realized he didn't have to rush. He could celebrate even small improvements and not just chase huge results. 2. Enjoy the process. If you plant a seed today, do you expect a tree tomorrow? His grandfather asked. No, it takes time to grow. Life is the same. Instead of hurrying, learn to enjoy each step. That makes the journey more meaningful. Karen decided to stop rushing through life and start enjoying learning, even if it took time. 3. Learn from your mistakes. Falling down doesn't mean you failed, his grandfather said. Mistakes help you learn. The only real failure is when you give up. Karen remembered the times he had quit too soon. From that moment, he promised himself to keep trying, no matter how hard things got. 4. Build small daily habits. Success doesn't come from one big action, the old man said. It comes from small things you do every day. Read 10 pages daily, and you'll finish many books in a year. Exercise for 10 minutes daily, and your body will get stronger. Karen made a plan to build small routines every day instead of waiting for big results all at once. 5. Be thankful. When you feel like giving up, think about what you already have, his grandfather said. Being thankful helps you feel happier and more patient. Karen began writing down 3 things he was grateful for each night. Over time, he noticed he felt more peaceful and less restless. In the following months, Karen started using all the lessons his grandfather had shared. He began with small steps, but he kept going no matter what. At first, the changes were hardly visible. But slowly things began to shift. His schoolwork improved. He got better at the skills he was learning. And most importantly, he started to believe in himself. With time, Karen grew more patient and steady. Years went by. He became a well-known entrepreneur, respected for his calm nature and strong will. People often asked him, "What's the secret behind your success?" He would smile and say, "It's the power of patience." Reaching your goals isn't about getting there fast. It's about how calmly and constantly you move toward them. So now ask yourself, what dream will you work on patiently today? And write in comment about your dream. We will pray it will come true. There once lived a man named Hari. He lived in a small village called Willowfield. Every morning, he got out of bed before the sun rose. He walked to his field with sleepy eyes. He poured water on his plants. He pulled out the weeds one by one. He worked from morning to night. But the plants did not grow. One day, he threw his hands in the air. "This is useless," he shouted. "I work every day, but nothing changes. Life is not fair," he yelled. Behind him, his little boy, Ravi, walked quietly. Ravi didn't say much, but he repeated his father's angry words. "Life is not fair," he said softly. Hari turned around and looked at his son. He didn't speak, but inside, his heart felt heavy. The next morning, Hari went back to his field. Ravi walked behind him again. On the way, they passed a narrow path at the edge of Willowfield. Beside the road, an old man was kneeling on the ground. His hands were slow and shaky. He was digging a small hole in the soil. Then he carefully placed a tiny tree inside it. Hari stopped walking. He stared at the old man. The man looked very weak. He moved slowly, yet he was planting a young tree. Hari laughed out loud. "Why are you planting that tree, Grandpa?" he asked. "You're too old. That tree will take many years to grow. You won't live to eat its fruit." The old man gave a small smile. At first, he didn't say anything. Then he replied, "I know that." Hari looked confused. "Then why plant it?" he asked. The old man pressed the soil over the tree roots gently. Then he looked up and said, "I plant it for the people who will live after me." Hari crossed his arms. "But you won't see it become big," he said. The old man slowly stood up. His back was curved, but his eyes were calm. "Some trees take time. Crops take time. So does life," he said. Ravi looked at the small tree. Then he looked at his father. The old man added, "I water it. I wait. That is enough for me." Hari said nothing. He turned around and walked away. Ravi followed without a word. That night, Hari could not sleep. He kept thinking about the old man. The next morning, he got up before sunrise again. He went to his field. He watered his plants. He didn't say anything this time. Ravi followed him. He stayed quiet too. Day after day, Hari kept working. His body felt tired, but he remembered what the old man had said. "I water. I wait. That is enough." One morning, Hari saw something small and green. A tiny leaf was coming out of the ground. Then he saw another one. His crops were starting to grow. A small smile came to his face. Ravi smiled too. Hari didn't shout or cheer. He just watched the green leaves with soft eyes. A few days later, he walked past the same path again. The old man was there. He was planting another little tree. This time, Hari didn't laugh. He gave a small nod. The old man nodded back. They didn't say anything, but both of them smiled. Ravi looked at the two of them. He smiled too. From then on, Hari still worked hard, but he didn't get angry. He didn't say, "Life is not fair." He just did his work. He poured water. He pulled the weeds. He waited. He had learned how to be patient. And that was enough. In our lives, we often feel like Hari. We work hard. We wait. But nothing happens fast. We feel tired. We feel upset. We say, "Life is not fair." But good things don't always come quickly. Some things take time. A tree doesn't grow in a single day. A strong life takes many days to build. You must be patient. You must keep going even if you see no change. Sometimes we learn best from those who stay calm and quiet. We must look with deeper eyes. We must believe in the slow work of time. So, if you feel tired and stuck, don't stop. Take care of your life. Do your part. And one day you will see the green leaf. One day you will smile. Because the fruit comes when the time is right. Be patient. That is true strength. Patience is power. It is not sitting still. It is doing your part and trusting what you cannot see. Waiting doesn't mean you are weak. It means you are wise. Patience is a quiet strength. It teaches us that not all good things come quickly. Just like crops or trees, life's best rewards take time and care to grow. Even when we do not see results right away, we must keep doing our part, working, hoping, and waiting. True wisdom is knowing that the fruit will come when the time is right. Patience is not about doing nothing. It is about trusting the slow and steady path of life. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy our motivational stories, please comment on what you learned, and do not forget to like and share. Till next time, bye.